Hello. Hello, everyone.
What is
Welcome,
going
welcome.
on?
Lots to talk about today. Lots that's happened this week. Pulling up the stream on my phone here to make sure we're good. My iPhone does not say we're live.
We should probably just a little delay. Yeah, we're good to go.
Are we live on your end?
No, it says waiting still.
Yeah.
It's a little longer than usual.
Yeah. Chat, can y'all
There
hear
we
us?
go. There we go.
Anyone hear us in the chat?
Sorry for the delay.
Okay, yeah, now it says we're live. Okay. No, it doesn't say I'm live yet.
It does. I'm watching it.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Okay, thank you. Someone said yes. Thank you, Colby. I don't know why on mine it doesn't say.
I just got the note too. So
What is going on? Uh-oh. Well, we'll give it some time. We'll let some people come
let
in.
everybody roll in.
Yeah, I mean it says live. Okay, there we go.
It's not live till Warren can watch it on his phone.
That is accurate. So I have everything here. Audio sounds good. Everything sounds good. Welcome, everybody. Hi. Happy Friday. Zoom, zoom, zoom. What's good, my brothers? What's going on? What's up, everyone? What up? We'll let everybody come in because it seems like our stream was a little delayed here going live. Isaac Torres, what's your favorite Thunderbolt scene?
Oh, I know your answer.
I mean, yeah, it's got to be Sentry. That's what. Yeah, that's what like. I think that's what the ending should have been. But like Sentry versus the Void, right? Like the Void in Sentry form, just a shadow versus the real Sentry.
It sounds like we're gonna get a pretty dope Sentry Doom scene potentially.
Yeah, it sounds like
that's in the works right now.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, Peacemaker was awesome. Yeah, we'll wait to talk Peacemaker just because it's spoilers, and I don't want to have people just leave right away in the stream because we start talking spoilers right away. But yeah, it was funny too. But I mean, Peacemaker's always been funny. That's one of the reasons why I've always really loved that show. And I do personally really love James Gunn's humor. Like the humor that's put into it. Like the vigilante stuff last episode was so funny to me.
We did the Spider-Man meme.
It's just so funny. Do I think Toby's going to have a decent role? I mean, if everything we're hearing is true, which I like really hope it is on the Toby front, and those pictures are true, which like, yeah, I mean, they look really real. they look very real. Like, I feel like there's some of those pictures, some of the images that you can look at and be like, yeah, I don't think this is real. But for the Toby one, I'm like, man, it seems really real. And some people are like, his eyes are different colors. Not really. It's just reflection of light.
He has very blue eyes.
Yeah, it's just a reflection
in front of
the
studio
light,
like makeup lights too.
That's what I'm saying. Like they probably have like 3 ring lights on them, or like
but not like $50 Walmart ones. Like actual
no $20 Walmart ones.
Yeah,
which is why they break, because they're 20. I mean, you get your money's worth, I guess. They're like, hey, do you want a ring light that'll break? Buy ours. So yeah. Yeah, Justin, I've done a couple videos already on the Toby leaks. So here's a good one. I like Hayden Beer. Out of all old Marvel characters and anyone from the Marvel movies, who do you want to see in Doomsday or Secret Wars? I want Chris Evans on screen with himself as Johnny Storm and Captain America, and then Jessica Alba. but I think it would be just a pretty big missed opportunity if we didn't see Chris Evans playing the 2 different characters that he's already played in the MCU, because we've had a Johnny Storm played by Chris Evans in the MCU.
I think one of the things I'm most excited for has got to be the Loki Thor reuniting moment.
Yeah, I agree. I actually just saw, like before we jumped on here, just like a reel that was like, when it was, the caption was something like, when Thor is losing to Doom, But then you hear this music start to play, and it's the Loki music. It's like dun 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 dun, and just Loki, and like Loki, and I'm like, yeah, I really hope that's the scene, like. But that is definitely one of the main things I am looking forward to. Like, they definitely have to show us.
It has to be.
They have to show us Thor and Loki. They have to show us.
I feel like it would be
I hope
awesome.
they go through things, right? Well, I hope it's just not. They have to go through things, otherwise it'll be very. I don't want to say confusing, but it's like it's a completely different Loki, and Thor is going to be confused. He's going to be like, "You died," blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, well, he's a variant. This is the multiverse. Multiverse has variants, but this Loki, he's a really good one. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
And I still think
end up paying that out. It's going to just be.
Well, they need
emotional, and then it'll be like, this is the Loki that you remember realistically, because even though it's a variant, he's gone through even more than our Loki, who we watched die, but kind of has come out to the same point where he realized being a leader isn't about having subjects, it's about sacrificing yourself for the people you love, right? Which is what he did at the end of season 2 of Loki. And what our 616 Loki did at the end of his life was he sacrificed himself for the people he loved. That's what it means to be a leader. So they've kind of both come to the same conclusion, thus making them the same person. Just Loki from Loki seasons a little bit more on a higher scale.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he doesn't just get his neck snapped by Thanos, which is a hard way to go. But yeah, that needs to be paid off in some way, shape, or form. And I don't see how they couldn't pay it off.
I mean,
I feel like both are going to be pretty prominent characters in the movie. They might not pay it off till Secret Wars, right? They might not have them. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. They might not have them meet till the very end, and when they're fighting,
where would you
there might not be enough time.
Thor, and obviously for everybody, this is pretty hypothetical, but in a world where we're trying to divide the teams, if the scenario is rough draft of the movie, at the end of Doomsday, some people are going to hide out at the Void. You would assume a majority of that's going to be Loki's team because he's kind of going to be the one heading that up. Like, hey, we can hang out here outside of where Doom can find us. So Loki's in the Void. Is Thor, Chris Hemsworth's Thor, going to be a Battle World character? So not at the Void? Like, where would he fall in? How does that come together?
I think he probably gets out in the Void. He's in the Void, I would say. Okay. I think he's one of the characters. Yeah,
they'll have that connection there then.
Maybe that's where. Maybe at the end, like because I just don't see there being a lot of time for them to just stop and have a conversation with each other. So at the end, I think it's going to be probably Loki telling everyone about the Void and him just being like, "Trust me, brother," and then they go there. And then probably like at the start of Secret Wars is when Loki kind of fills him in on everything.
It would be super,
and then fills him in on what is now, but like they'll observe Battleworld then.
It'd be super cool if somebody from Loki's team is like gathering people for this, Rift style escape. Not Rift, Raft style escape. And they're like, no, there's this leader. He's going to help us come together. And they just refer to him as like the leader or the guy that knows. And then at the very end, he gets there and it's like, hello, brother. And it's Loki. But
Right. Yeah. It's the Joe Rogan meme.
Yeah, that'd be a super cool payout though. Like that's going to be one of the bigger emotional payouts. And there's a lot of opportunities here. But that's going to be one of the ones where in the MCU specifically, they've had this relationship being built. It's been in the background. It's one of those big payouts. We've kind of discussed a lot over the last month and a half while we're talking about Doomsday. And as fans, where's that emotional connection? What's that payout? And we've gone through some good conversation that a lot of you guys have been involved with, the understanding that, no, this is bigger than just the MCU. It goes beyond the MCU. It goes to the legacy characters, and that's where all these payouts are going to come from. But it's nice that this pure one within the MCU is going to really, really pay out, like really big dividend.
Well, you do have to. It's really weird because they do have to kind of toggle a really bigger story, but also every story that we've had so far, with the exception of the Fantastic Four, has been about our main 616 universe. So you can't exactly just ignore that.
No, not at all.
So there, you have to find that balance. Do you think Thor will be the police on Battleworld? See, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to have the Thor core like in Battle. No, okay, hold on. Let me clarify.
Exact Thor core.
I don't think it'll be the Thor core. I think there will be a police force, but not just a bunch of people who can wield Mjolnir, which is essentially what the Thor core is on Battleworld in the comics. So, do I think Elizabeth Olsen and Evan Evan Peter will return in Doomsday. I think Elizabeth Olsen will. I don't know about Evan Peter. I would prefer Aaron Taylor Johnson to return. Is my personal preference.
Actually, but I loved Aaron Peter.
Yeah, he's fine. But
if
they wanted to move forward with him as Quicksilver post Secret Wars, fine. I think they need to bring back a Quicksilver regardless, and Wanda, and then when we go into the new MCU, we have Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch. I think we need both. I think it was a mistake that they killed off Quicksilver.
100%
in the MCU.
Just didn't have a whole lot of foresight to how important Wanda was going to end up being, and like he's a pretty central part of her world. But it would be cool if Evan Peters Quicksilver shows up to Wanda and Wanda's like, oh, not this idiot again.
Right. She thinks
and then it's like, no, I'm actually Quicksilver this time.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a question. I find it weird that all these Doomsday leaks are coming out now back to back. Makes you wonder if Marvel's leaking them. I'm assuming that's what you meant to say, leaking. I'm sure there is in part some leaks coming out from Marvel. We've just learned how it works by now. There's so many people involved in a set in production. Hi, Edgy. My cat's here. There's just so many people involved with so much that stuff just gets out.
Oh, people who have lower stakes jobs and don't care about the secrecy. People who've done makeup. People that do translations for different countries. So many people who have like an involvement that it's pretty difficult to believe none of them are sharing what's going on.
Right. Yeah. So and you know, some of them really like sharing.
Oh, of course they do. That's kind of
some of them really like.
They're not necessarily paid the most money to do the exact part that they're doing. Particularly, I mean, they could be the guy in charge of sweeping the set, like custodian. It's like, oh, you'll never guess what I saw while I was sweeping the set today, and it's like,
right, exactly,
because they don't care.
No. Hey, member in the chat. Hope we get Charlie Cox, Daredevil, and Doomsday and Secret Wars. MCU Mac, thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here in the chat. Yeah. I don't know. I'm pausing because I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where, in a way, and not in Doomsday per se, but in Secret Wars, it's like you would almost expect everyone to be in it, right?
Get the invite.
Right, exactly. Like you'd almost expect everyone to be in it.
Is there anybody that you're not anticipating before you roll on? Like, is there anybody like, okay, we're not seeing, this is my go-to example
at
always.
All?
She-Hulk, she's not coming. Or somebody.
At all?
Right, because we've heard Moon Knight's not going to be involved and all.
Like, I know, but you're talking about in both Doomsday and Secret Wars?
Yeah, somebody's just not going to show up.
I mean, maybe She-Hulk, after what she said to telling people to
go unsubscribe from Disney Plus.
I mean, maybe,
y'all paid me to do.
Yeah. I'm not, I mean, the only thing is we saw her in the concept art.
Mm-hmm.
She was not received well by people, though. Like, and some people like her, and I totally get that. But overall, not a lot of people like She-Hulk. And Marvel is a business, so there's like, it's like writing a line again. It's like continuity purposes, making money purposes, right? Is She-Hulk going to contribute to the story in a way that's going to make it better? I personally don't really think so.
Well, no.
So I personally wouldn't have her in it anywhere. But I mean, you could say, you know, if we really do get like a part of Battle World that's like all Hulks, sure, she can be in there, but don't give her a very important role. Leave that to Hulk, Bruce Banner. That's what they need to do. Right. Don't try to like put her in the spot of Bruce Banner. She is a secondary character to him, right? Don't try to make her overshadow him. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, here's a fair point. They could break the fourth wall together, but I kind of hated all of She-Hulk's fourth wall breaks anyways. Yeah, like I didn't really think of
Deadpool.
Yeah.
I really don't want that.
Yeah, I would just leave it I would just leave it to Deadpool.
Well, that goes back to a really cool piece of information that came from the Deadpool set where Ryan Reynolds was trying to work with Hugh Jackman on the entire cast, everybody involved, with the difficulty that nobody's allowed to react when he breaks the fourth wall. Like that's his ability, and there was this whole conversation about how it took everybody a while to get used to doing that.
Right.
I mean, the MCU, if you're looking at it outside of Deadpool, didn't really do all that well with it with She-Hulk. It was kind of weird. It was borderline. I would use almost the word crazy, like, oh, we're in the Marvel studio, and I didn't like that. But the way that Deadpool has done it and continues to do it now, rolling into the MCU, is really, really cool. But it's a sacred thing, so just making light of it, because it's just such a weird concept, breaking the fourth wall. Like, Deadpool talks to the people in the movie theater. Like, that has to be done right. It can't not be done right.
Yeah. See you, Dennis. Thanks for stopping by. Hope things get better for you. Yeah. No, and he even mentioned, like, at one point in time, he wanted to do something like Wolverine would break the fourth wall, and they were basically just kind of like, no, that's what Deadpool does.
And they gave it to him.
That's literally Deadpool though in the comics as well, right? It's not just like they made this up.
Yeah, that's literally what he does, because he's got a crazy psycho brain that talks to him, and that's like really what turned the whole thing into his ability to. That's how the Deadpool kills the Marvel universe ensues, is he realizes that we're all just characters. And then Professor X reads his mind and learns everything that he knows about outside the comics, and it literally kills him.
Right. Yeah. Deadpool's gonna be in the movie. I see some people asking. WWE 2K, you'd be a pretty cool Deadpool. It would be awesome to be Deadpool. Is Deadpool now though, like, cemented with Ryan Reynolds? Can there be a new Deadpool? Could there be a new Deadpool in a resetted MCU with a different actor playing him?
I'm sure. I mean, I don't know the actor's name for Adrian. I mean, he could do it. He could do for Peacemaker.
Oh, he actually.
Like, could you see him in the red suit? Like, there are people out there that who could do it. Like, Adrian, I would love to see him give it a go. I mean, who's doing the voice of Deadpool in the video game? Oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
It's Neil Patrick Harris.
Right. Like, there are people out there who could do it. I'm not 100% like, no, it has to be Ryan Reynolds. I love Ryan Reynolds, sacredness to him, but I would definitely love to see somebody else, because I think there are some people that could really put their own spin on it, because Ryan Reynolds has made it Ryan Reynolds Deadpool.
He said that. Justin said that right as you said it.
Right as I mean, imagine. What's the actor's name, if anybody does know? But yeah, Adrian would be fantastic. Like, I could see him do Deadpool so well, honestly. Arguably, Adrian maybe Chase. Even, and he's young.
Wait, no. Oh, that's Vigilante's name. Freddie Stroma.
Yeah, I've never heard of him outside of this role.
So what's really funny is, so he's in Harry Potter, and I knew he was in Harry Potter,
like the movies.
Yeah. So he's in. I can't remember the first, because he's in more than one. He's in one of them where he's the guy who's like hitting on Hermione all the time. At one point, I think, So I don't know if that's
before, like, when she, like,
I think it's 5 and 6. I think it's maybe not. No, I think it's book 6 and 7 actually. And then there's that one point in time where the Death Eaters come looking for Harry on the train, and he's the one that gets up and he's like, "My father will hear about this." So, and then he's in Pitch Perfect. He plays the guy who runs the record DJ thing that Anna Kendrick is an intern for. The two people are intern for. He's that guy. So I've seen him before.
That's pretty funny.
Mac, thanks for a super chat. I did see the Wolverine trailer. Did you, Chris? Pretty intense.
Oh yeah.
Very, very violent.
Yeah, everywhere on my whole Twitter feed for like 24 hours was just blurred out because it was too graphic. You had to click the thing, but everybody's posting about it, so I'm just scrolling through and it's just all blurred out. I'm like, well, that's the Wolverine trailer.
It's I actually like thought about reacting to it. I was like, but like on TikTok or something, I was like, can it do that? Like,
it would probably get something.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure they
shadow ban or something.
Well, right. That's what I was kind of like. I mean, I tried to react to the Spider-Man Noir with Nicolas Cage Amazon show.
Did that come out?
Trailer. It's not out yet, but the trailer is.
That's what I meant. I didn't see the trailer. No, I didn't even see the trailer for it.
I wonder if we could. I wonder if it.
Who's running it? Amazon? I don't know. Amazon. They blocked a lot of the Lord of the Rings stuff.
I wonder if we could do it.
I think it's Amazon.
If it's very small and very quick. So let's see. Yeah.
Spider-Man. While you're looking that up, I do think that there are a lot of people that I would like to see give Deadpool crack, because Where Iron Man is hard to see somebody else do because of that embodiment, I do still see Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Right.
Whereas Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. I don't necessarily have that relationship with Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. Like, it's Ryan Reynolds Deadpool.
I
Whereas
just
Robert
hear
Downey
Ryan
Jr.
Reynolds
is exactly
as Deadpool.
So I would be very okay to see somebody else, pick up the proverbial katanas, as it were, because I think there are a lot of people who could put some really awesome spins on it. And as we just saw in Peacemaker, no spoilers really, but there are some really funny, like, ad lib moments there that would be really to see. So,
all right, here we go. Let's see if our stream gets taken down here.
Quick stream tonight, boys.
I'm gonna put it small, so maybe we have a better chance. Here we go.
Have you seen it out there? The city's a mess. The people could use a hero.
Yeah, I can do it this way. No, I can't. Crap. Hold on. I messed it up. How did it do that?
I'm little Chris. Oh, no, I'm big Chris.
We'll do it this way. Here we go. It's probably good that we paused it too.
Does that say that video is not monetized? Is that what that red is?
Yeah, I have a
so
plug-in.
Yeah, so it's probably
stats first.
I hope they find someone.
It's so weird hearing Nicholas Cage do this stuff.
That's literally it.
Okay, yeah. I think
is there some little at the end? Yeah, no, yeah, that's literally it. But I mean,
so is this the first project that Amazon will be releasing? Because I know they had a whole deal with Sony where they had several projects that they've been working on, but none have come out yet, right?
Yeah, they were supposed to do like Silk.
Silk was one of them
that I think got canceled. Yeah.
Did that get canceled? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's coming out anymore.
Huh. Silk, I was excited for. Silk sounded cool.
Yeah, what is happening in 2027 other than Secret Wars? Thank you, Visual Gaming, for that super chat. Are you speaking just Marvel? I'll address just Marvel because actually
Sonic the Hedgehog 4.
I was going to say, I actually have a movie slate right here. Avengers Secret Wars, The Batman Part 2, Superman Man of Tomorrow, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, Star Wars Battlefront, Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum, The Legend of Zelda movie, which might be, besides Secret Wars, what I'm most excited about. Godzilla, Kong, Supernova, Sonic 4, Shrek 5, A Quiet Place Part 3, Frozen 3, How to Train Your Dragon live action 2.
Too many threes.
Ice Age, Boiling Point, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Fast 10 Part 2.
Oh my gosh. The Passion of the Christ 2, Gato, and a remake of the Thomas Crown Affair just are some there. Obviously, Marvel's not announced the rest of their films for 2027. And
there's an untitled Marvel movie coming July 20th. Yeah.
That's the date?
Yeah, July 20th.
That's what I was going to look up.
That's what it's set right now. I mean, that's subject to change, obviously, but
yeah.
Secret Wars is release date.
It's at the very end of December.
So we got one movie currently coming out before Secret Wars.
I don't know if anything's coming out before Secret Wars.
Oh, because they still have it here, Untitled Marvel, July 20th.
I mean, they haven't announced it. I would.
We have a pretty big theory they're doing they're filming a secret movie. So, I mean, it's there.
Especially after the vid we did today, I would not be surprised if Marvel's like, we're just going to go a whole year in between Doomsday and Secret Wars and let people miss the hell out of it and let the YouTubers do their theories.
You all have superhero fatigue. Good night, then. I'll see you later.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So
2026 for Spider-Man Noir. I don't know exactly when.
No, they haven't given an official release date for Spider-Man Noir yet.
It's all subject to change, too. You know what movie is actually going to be the number one moneymaker in 2027?
What?
The Bluey movie.
Oh, is that coming out?
That's going to be record-breaking. Let me
all
tell
the
you.
kids, and they're just going to want to go see it over and
Avengers
over.
doesn't stand a chance.
No. I mean, I think that's part of a reason why the Minecraft movie did so well, because it appeals to such a young audience. And when you appeal to and I'm not talking like young audience like 18-year-olds, I'm talking young audience like 12-year-olds who like need their parents to take them to the movie theaters
Yeah,
and
now you're
stuff,
paying
right?
twice.
So like when you go see the movie, it's like families going to see the movie. So it's like a lot of different tickets being purchased, and then their friends want to go. And it's like next thing you know, you have 10 people going to the movie, and then they want to go watch it again, and they kick and scream and beg their parents to take them again.
Well, in one of the recent podcasts we did, we talked about what movies really need to do to be successful is get people back in the theaters. That's something we talked about, how many times you've watched each of the recent movies in the theaters. And that's what this will do. Like a movie like that will draw audiences, but in repeat, because that's the only way to shut your kid up. So
Yeah, no, totally. Popcorn time clips. What do I think about the new Avatar trailer? I don't want to disappoint you. I feel like I'm about to. I don't really care for the Avatar movies. I've just never really been able to get into them.
I'm sure you
I don't
saw
know.
the second one.
Yeah, I went to the world premiere of it,
Oh, did you? Good for you.
which people like were fighting to go, and now I was just kind of
Now
like,
you're sitting here
"Oh."
saying you didn't really care for- Well,
I'm just like, I
the
met Henry
first one-
Cavill that night. That's when I met Henry
I do
Cavill.
remember you telling me
I was
that.
sitting not too far from Henry Cavill for that.
So
And don't get me wrong, like I do think they're good, but I can't get into them the way I'm into Marvel and DC. You know what I mean?
Well, there's not like even nearly that much going for it. As like Marvel's just such a massive catalog of information and years and years and years. This is 2 movies that have taken 12 years to come out. But the thing with the first one was, and I've always said this, even long time ago, like when it first came out and everybody's freaking out about it, I'm like, it's literally Star Wars Pocahontas. Like that's all it is, a space Pocahontas. Like legitimately think about it. Like we come to this foreign land and we're stealing the thing, and the guy who's from the different land falls in love with it's literally space Pocahontas. It's not an original story. You guys didn't. They're looking for all this fancy minerals. And the second one, however, I did watch the second one in theater, and I was like, "Oh wait, no, this was actually a step in the right direction." I actually enjoyed the second one more than the first. I felt like it was a lot more creative. It was a lot more personal. So I'm interested to see the third one, but I don't disagree with you. It's hard to be like, Avatar is my favorite movie. Like, there's just not as much substance there. There's not much to go off of. Plus, it takes a million years to release each movie.
Well, here's the deal with Avatar. You can make anything look like Avatar now. Like it was such a big deal when it first came out because of how it looked. And yeah, I was like, yeah, it looked really cool. And I remember I watched it. I saw it with my dad. I had no idea what it was about. And at the end, we were just basically like, yeah, that looked really cool. But I wasn't like, wow, what an amazing story. Like the story is not really compelling to me.
Well, it's just a pretty basic story.
The story didn't do anything to suck me in. Visually, it was great. I do think the second one was better because, yeah, it's a little bit more compelling to me. And I think the third one is going to be better as well. Because I do like the conflict between the two different tribes and the people and everything like that. That, and then you add on top, you know, the main antagonists, the actual humans and stuff like that. So Ferngully, cool. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I haven't heard that name in forever. I remember Ferngully. Yeah. With like the X's, the guy like gets shrunken down somehow. I don't remember. Can't remember the whole story, but
I was going to say what is really cool is the Avatar world at Animal Kingdom in Orlando.
Yeah, I've been there. That's cool.
You been there?
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool there.
Do I think Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, and Willem Dafoe will appear in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars? I think there's a chance.
About the villains much. That's a good question. That's a very good question.
I think there's a chance we see a lot of these villains because in Secret Wars in the comics, there are barons, right? Doom has barons that control different sections of Battle World. And I think it would be really cool to bring that into Battle World, Avengers Secret Wars in the MCU, because then you could bring Thanos back. Then you could bring those people you mentioned back. You could have new villains that we've never seen. And you could have them be barons over these regions. So, yeah.
I think it'd be cool to see some of these guys come back and have an opportunity to redeem themselves too, not exclusively be, you know, on Doom's team because they're bad guys. Because there's going to be a pretty gray who's right, who's wrong. I don't think it'll be so much like Thanos, you're just wrong. You're just killing people because you kind of think it's fun because you could just double the resources. Like there are options here. But with Doom and with the Doomsday and Secret Wars storyline, there's not really quite as much options. That's why we see, or probably presume to see, Doctor Strange join Doctor Doom, like in the comics, because I mean, what other options do you have? You have to do
You
something.
froze.
I
No.
froze. You froze.
You froze.
You froze too. But you have to do something. And so who's good and who's bad? Do the fans decide that, or is there going to actually be a good and bad?
I think there's basically like a massive rebellion against Doom as it is. We'll probably see that. So that's kind of like gray area where it's like, if villains rebel against another villain, are they still villains? Or it's like, yes,
guys?
they still, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, if they rebel against another villain for like the greater good, but are still like, it's like, okay, we saved it and now we're in this new world. Now I'm going to be a villain again. So it's just kind of like,
yeah, you're going back to jail.
well, it's kind of like Doom. You know, there's times he's good. There's times he fights with people, but a lot of the times he's fighting against them. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, or Magneto, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, yeah. I am going to see Tron Ares. It does. The last Tron movie was very interesting to me. It was very appealing when the trailer came out. It wasn't the greatest movie ever, but it was good enough, and I am really excited for it. Do I think 2003 Eric Bana Hulk will appear in Secret Wars?
I'm gonna say
I would say Eric Bana has a better chance over Norton, to be honest, just based on what I've heard about Norton's feelings and Marvel's feeling towards Norton. I think he probably has a better chance. If there is Greenland, which we heard.
I mean, there was concept art for it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. When the concept art came out,
that was like the only one we saw.
Some insiders were saying like, this is Greenland, in a story from the comics where basically Greenland was hit with like gamma bombs, and like a lot of people became Hulks, and there are creatures that became Hulks. Yeah. So if they do that,
yeah, everybody should show up then.
I think there's a decent chance. Guys, I'm just gonna let you know, if you spam the same question over and over and over and over again, we probably won't get to it. Hayden, I will do an MCU ranking eventually. I know you keep asking that, but I'll do it eventually. If Tobey Maguire Spider-Man dies, it's gonna shatter my heart. I'm not.
That's not an option. Warren's already said it can't happen
for me. I can't do that, right? It's just not an option for me. That's like, I think there's like few things that are just unacceptable to
non-negotiable.
do and non-negotiable to do in these movies. And Tobey Maguire dying is one of those things. Just absolutely no way you can do that. And I said the same thing, Spider-Man No Way Home. You can't bring these characters back to kill them.
My only thought, or not thought, because I don't want to see him die, but where does he go? Is there going to be a multiverse post Secret Wars and some people go up into their own little corner? Or because the reboot's really going to determine the ending, because they got to go somewhere, and Toby's not showing up in the reboot.
You froze again, sorry.
No, I'm sitting still.
Oh.
I was sitting still. I was waiting for your response.
Say it again, because you cut off at the end to me.
No, you're good. Where does Toby go if he doesn't die?
So I actually like the idea, if we do have just one universe, that there could be multiple Spider-Men or multiple of the same characters being in one universe. I think it's a way to keep the multiverse going on in one universe, because it kind of seems like Marvel doesn't want to, at least not soon after Secret Wars, to dive back into them.
I think
well, they need to give it time and then really dive into the multiverse. Like this isn't really the Multiverse Saga. They should rename the saga.
I mean, granted, the Blood Saga.
Right, yeah, it's just kind of like man, there was so much potential for the multiverse, and I don't know. Like we should have had multiple movies like Fantastic Four taking place in other universes.
Oh, that's what we really
fully taking place in other universes, not just like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and we go see these other universes. Like we should have had like full on movies like the Fantastic Four. You know, I would have actually loved to see in 838 universe. Who is that extra chair for? Is there a superior Iron Man? How did that universe get to be so advanced? You know what I mean? Like I would have loved to seen that.
They definitely should have done that, because what happened is we have all these stories opened up on this side where, you know, it opens up in this massive way, but we don't know any of these stories. They're kind of being thrown on. It's like, oh, this was
Right.
the early days Fox X-Men, and then there's this Spider-Man stuff going on, and then all this stuff in the middle. Don't look too much at that. Then it's going to tighten in, and then it's going to open back up again. But how cool would it have been if in 2022 we got the first X-Men movie, because they knew what they were doing, they knew what direction they were going in, and the first X-Men movie happened in a completely different universe. But then in Secret Wars, when they merge everything together, they can bring those characters and leave them, because now we know these characters. It would be 100 million times more impactful to do that, because at the end of the day, okay, cool, we're going into this new universe, but there's still so many questions about how's it gonna, like, where are the X-Men gonna, there's this whole set of new X-Men. Where they come, are we going to be introduced to them in Doomsday, and then they'll live, some of them will live on, and it's still a little, well, very confusing to me.
I think Marvel knows exactly what they want to do as far as like,
now they do. They didn't
no,
a week ago.
Yeah, and no problem, Hayden. I will get to that list eventually. There was a comment I was going to address, but I kind of lost it. But yeah, no, Marvel knows what they want to do now, and honestly, like the way I view it is just they want to start fresh, which they should, 100%. Which is why they said we're going to recast Iron Man and Captain America eventually. Blah 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 blah. But some characters are going to make it over. I think it's okay to have two of those characters. I think in this new universe, it's okay to say, because everyone's going to watch these. They're going to know there's an old universe and now we're in a new one. So they're going to know there were these characters before and now there are new ones. So you can have Chris Hemsworth come in as Thor, and then you can have a new Thor. Because if you follow the story, which these are Avengers movies and really big ones at that, like everyone should watch these movies and know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So if you explain it in the proper way, which I hope they do, it shouldn't be confusing to have two of the same character in the same universe. So that way you can keep who you want to cross over, and then you can recast the characters that they want. I think basically that's what Marvel wants to do. They're going to keep everyone who people love and make them money and get rid of the ones who don't, and then start fresh.
Fair.
That's essentially what they're going to do. Yeah. I can see the old universe pre-reboot continuing it. Well, yeah, a little bit. Just needs to be explained well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just need to do that. Sorry, I clicked the wrong one. Oh, come on. Where'd it go? There it is. Nick Cage Ghost Rider cameo. I would love this. Especially because he recently we just watched it, Spider-Man Noir coming to Amazon. He just recently did something.
Yeah, he's obviously working with them, so.
Like, he doesn't have, like, first of all, his Ghost Riders weren't MCU. And I think for those actors, the X-Men actors and everybody before, I think they probably think the MCU is really cool. The connected universe and everything, and probably they wish that they were part of that. I think probably Nick Cage thinks the same and would love to come back. I do think there's going to be the Flash movie scene where they show, you know, kind of like the previous Flashes, and Nick Cage's Superman was in that, stuff like that. I think we're going to get that maybe in Doomsday. As we start to see universes collide, we can see the perspective, even if it's for like 20 seconds, of some really cool cameos, but then in Secret Wars as well. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Oh, that's also true. The Watcher. Yeah. Maybe Nick Cage could cameo as Spider Noir. Like, we have no idea. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a whole Amazon, Sony bunch. Like, that's a
lot of people's hands.
A bunch of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. Really? Yeah. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Hey, super cool.
That's got some great music there. That's awesome.
Yeah, actually, we're talking about it at the beginning of the season.
We were talking about in the beginning of the stream. We were actually talking about the Loki music and like the theme for Loki. And yeah. Chris, did you watch Marvel Zombies?
I haven't yet. I was just gonna watch them all when they all came out.
They're all out.
Did they all come out?
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm gonna watch them all within the next couple days. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did they just
I feel like
release
it could
all
have
at once?
been. Yeah. Well, I
Oh,
mean,
that-
in like 2 days. No, I watched them all at once. What am I talking about? Yeah, I watched them all at once. I thought it was fine, to be honest. Like, I felt like they could have done a lot more. I felt like with the TV mature rating, they could have done a lot more. But yeah, what's funny is, like, whole Blade and being in it. Brad Winderbaum, he said, I think it was Brad Winderbaum who said it, that they actually had to kind of change Blade because they expected the actual Blade movie to be out by then.
Right.
And they were going to do some like similarities to like the Blade movie, stuff like that. That obviously didn't happen. So they had to change some things for Blade and Marvel Zombies. So that's interesting. They also, okay, this is kind of like a weird thing for me. Because I'm starting to feel kind of weird about it. Like Black Panther doesn't talk. And they did that specifically like to honor Chadwick Boseman. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't think it's a dishonor to recast even a voice actor for the character.
If anything, it's a disservice, not a dishonor, but it's a disservice to what he did to get awareness to the character for his people, for, now we're just kind of brushing to the side. The character doesn't have a presence in the MCU anymore. Second movie was a bit of a miss, all because we're trying to preserve this honor. I feel like I could be speaking completely in vain, but I feel like if we were to ask, he's like, no, I want the character to live on. That's why I went through all that I went through while, battling cancer, because I wanted to create this character for people to be able to look up to. And now it just doesn't exist because we keep trying to honor it. But I feel like we're probably honoring him more by carrying on when he started.
Right. That's what I would think. I think he would want that too, is the thing. Like, kind of knowing his character, I think he would
100%
want the character to go on. It's just so, like, I just feel like Marvel's so weird about certain things. But then you have Harrison Ford replace William Hurt, no like problem. Right, yeah. But you won't recast Jonathan Majors. You bring Robert Downey Jr. back instead.
A lot of odd.
I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. But I don't think Chadwick would see a recast of T'Challa as a disservice. And, we've heard rumors that and reports that they're going to do that. And maybe that comes in Secret Wars. And then the reset, we have that new T'Challa. I hope that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I do want a Chadwick AI cameo on this next Avengers for a real send-off. I don't care how they do it. Oh, you want like an animated one. Not like animated cartoon-wise, but
like AI generated.
Yeah.
So that's where I think it could get a little touchy. But, I mean, there are people, and I guess that's what we don't know behind the scenes, people through who Chadwick Boseman survives, his family and immediate people that knew him might say, hey, we don't want this. And at that point, maybe that's where the respect of it goes. But I would even feel like, again, speaking with no knowledge, like those people would also want it to go on and would want that to be honored. But again,
I agree.
I can't speak to that.
Yeah.
With a source. That's just my opinion.
No. Of course. Yeah. Now I see more people talking about Toby now. And like, I actually
all night. I talk about Toby all night.
Right. Toby's my favorite Spider-Man, but that does, first of all, I want to clarify, that does not mean I do not love Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, because I love them all. Toby's my favorite because, we got X-Men and then Spider-Man when I was growing up, and I would have been 9, 10.
I was 7 in 2000.
9, 10, 11 when that came out. You were 7.
In 2002, that was the first movie. Maybe later.
No, 2000 was X-Men. 2001.
Oh, X-Men. I thought you were saying Spider-Man.
X-Men was 2000.
Yeah, X-Men was 2000. I thought Spider-Man was 2002.
Not First Class.
Who's ever looking that up?
2000, and then I think Spider-Man was 2001.
2002.
Well, it was 2002.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I would have been 7 when that came out.
I would have been 2002 would have been 13. Really?
Man, what a good movie. I'm like looking.
Yeah, I would have been 13 and 2000. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, those were like, that's what I grew up with, and that was like gosh, that was peak. If I think about like my childhood, X-Men and Spider-Man was pretty peak.
I'm just looking at pictures of the movie now, and I'm like,
yeah. But I will say, I've really grown a lot of respect for Tom Holland with what he's been doing for Spider-Man, just in general for the character, because I do really love his Spider-Man
for sure.
But it's very different, and especially with like him scouring the internet. Hi, Tom, if you're watching, you're great. Keep doing it. So and just his own stunts and everything. Like he got hurt, which was unfortunate, but he got hurt trying to do the best that he possibly could for the character, which I super respect. So I have a lot of respect for Tom. I have a lot of respect for Andrew. So glad Andrew came back in No Way Home and got his redemption. And that was a pretty dang emotional moment when he caught MJ, and his face in that scene was like you just have to imagine, like, if that was real for you, it's crazy. Yeah.
I'm not worthless. I can save people falling from
I wish so can we stop with the self-negativity? You're amazing. I'm amazing. I'm like, get it? He's amazing.
I would have wanted more of that for sure. Like the conversations between
you could do a whole like short series of like
just their banter,
5-minute episodes of just the three Spider-Men together. Yeah. This is a good question. Mike Watson, what's up? What projects do you want post Secret Wars? I want them to finally have a Hulk trilogy with a recast, someone in their 30s. No disrespect to Mark. Let's hope Universal and Marvel can work together. I mean, it seems like Marvel and Universal work fine together. If you're talking about a trilogy just focus on Hulk, yeah, that's hard. That's very hard because oh, hold on. I'm so sorry. Oh, we just got this super chat. Get to that in just a second. But yeah, that's going to be hard with Universal. Although we've heard rumors that like they've worked it out, but nothing official on that end. Like if they've actually worked it out. I'm not the biggest Mark Ruffalo fan, so I'm totally fine with the recasting. I mean, what we have is the Hulk, right? Like anyone could play the Hulk, but Bruce Banner is a totally different thing. So I'm with you. I hope that too. But what would I prefer? What would I like? I am most excited about Cyclops, just to be perfectly honest. And then that whole Jean Grey thing, that's what I really like. They could bring the Goblin Queen in as well if they want to do that story, even though we just got that X-Men 97. But yeah, I'm honestly Jean Grey and Cyclops and the Phoenix story, right? Like we'll probably get a Phoenix Saga at some point in time. And I'm so excited for that. You, Chris?
I mean, it's so hard. I'm just excited for a fresh slate. Like I know that we were talking about Avatar, I'm gonna go on. We're talking about Avatar and how it's just Avatar. You can't get it. Marvel has decades of content, generations of fans, people who were 7 when the first Spider-Man came out, but there are also people who were 7 when Andrew Garfield Spider-Man came out. And there were people who were 7 when Tom Holland there's this massive generations after generations of people who love what Marvel is, what it made them feel as a kid, what they've managed to do on the big screen, making those cinematic events. I feel like that's something you've been talking about a lot that Marvel's lost recently. Like it used to be this moment that people were like, yeah, get the boys together or go into the movie. Now it's like, are you going to the Marvel movie? Oh, I don't know. I'll just wait for it to come out on Disney Plus. Like we've lost that magic a little bit. So what I'm most excited, because it's not because people are sick of Marvel. It's because Marvel lost itself a little bit, trying to overextend, Disney lost Marvel, right?
Yeah. That's why a lot of people actually refer to it as Disney Marvel.
Right. And I'm more excited for them to re-grab all of that and start over in a new, fresh universe so we can have some of those more simpler, nostalgic feelings.
Yeah.
Because it's gotten to be a little much. And most of the much is disappointing. It's not as good as you want it to be. It doesn't represent the characters that we all remember and love through those decades and their different variations, however that be. We have 3 Spider-Mans all represented very differently. So it's not that, it doesn't create the character that I want to see on screen. It doesn't create the feelings and the emotions that I want to see on screen. I don't leave the theater feeling like I did when I watched movies in the past. So that's what I'm most excited for, to get a little too deep about it. But
that's a fair point. And I hope they do get back to that. I hope they get back to the big event feelings that we could get back to. Thank you for another one, MCU Mac. Super appreciate that. And you're a member. You're just the best. Black Panther, T'Challa to live on and continue his journey. And you know what? Our buddy E-Man, I think, interviewed. I think it was in an interview with my buddy E-Man that he said that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, E-Man was big on the recasting. I mean,
he started the recast T'Challa movement.
Yeah.
Right. And I agree with everything he said, because I don't really, really love Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa / Black Panther. He was incredible. But that doesn't mean you can't recast, and the character is important. He is incredibly important. And it is a shame to not continue with that character. Luckily, I do think we continue with the character and get that recast with Doomsday or Secret Wars, and we have that going into the new what's it called? Universe. Jeez, I say that word all the time, every day. Yeah, there are people who were 7 when the first Spider-Man came out.
Yeah, well, exactly.
That was Chris, I think. I was 11.
No, the first Spider-Man comic.
Oh, comic.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. You know,
yeah.
But there are. I mean, that's the thing that makes Marvel so special, is it's something that can connect the generations from the 7-year-olds when the comic came out to the 7-year-olds when Tom Holland first put on the suit, and everybody in between.
Yeah, totally. Andrew Garfield rules. Will we ever see Amazing Spider-Man 3? I don't hold your breath on that. I'm sorry. I do agree. Andrew Garfield's rules. Don't hold your breath for an Amazing Spider-Man 3. It's kind of like Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. It's like, don't hold your breath for it. There's a possibility. Honestly, that's what Sony should do. Like, don't make your own universe, and you have to like legally make Spider-Man movies to keep the rights to Spider-Man. Well, one, I would rather them just nod and give it back to Marvel. But if you're going to have to make Spider-Man movies, go back to Tobey clearly wants to still do movies of Spider-Man. Do a Spider-Man 4. Bring Andrew back and do an Amazing Spider-Man 3. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do that. I think that would be the better option for Sony, in all honesty. I saw something that I wanted to address, but I lost it. Sorry.
A lot of people chatting today, which is awesome. Glad you're all here.
Well, I love it. It means I can't get
why we're doing it.
Every comment. Yeah. A Michael B. Jordan Black Panther variant would be pretty cool. Michael B. Jordan. Think it was the Thank You Next, but what was it called? Thanos snapped his fingers and now we're dust.
Now we're dust.
But I don't know if that's what it was called.
I don't remember what it was called at all, but it was a very, very, very good cover or parody to Ariana Grande's song about.
Yeah, it was very good. Yes. Michael B. Jordan. Well, let's talk. Oh, that's what it was. There was somewhere that talked about a Marvel DC crossover. We'll go into a little spoilers for Peacemaker season 2, episode 6, last night's episode. We won't talk a lot.
I can't believe Superman showed up.
No,
I'm just kidding. It didn't happen. It didn't happen.
Or did it? I
don't know.
But yeah, this is your fair warning if you don't want to be spoiled for Peacemaker season 2, episode 6.
Spider-Man did show up. Hate
to tell you, you should click off now. I don't ever like telling people that. But yeah, Vigilante. I wonder if there's a
clip of it yet.
Yeah, there has to be.
I mean, surely. But that whole thing was freaking hilarious.
The part where he just walks by like the parents, and he just walks in, walks by, he's laughing. I'm like, what? They just thought it was. So I'm just gonna show it here, and there is cussing. Just so
the Spider-Man
aware, but Spider-Man is now canon to the DC universe. So hold on, let me grab it. Share screen. This was so good.
It's me. I'm you from another dimension. My chains work to get in here.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit. Hey,
We Spider-Man memed.
It's so good.
It's so good. They literally say we Spider-Man memed. Like, they say
so
it.
Good.
Making Spider-Man officially canon to DC.
Which
is so crazy.
Which further pushes my campaign that Spider-Man's the most popular superhero of all time.
I mean, yeah, but the Spider-Man meme is like, there's no other meme like that when you meet yourself, right? I mean,
it's so good though.
It's so weird. Everyone's saying ad. Because
maybe
I've actually
put on a random ad right as you played it.
Yeah, I it's really weird because I've actually seen YouTube videos that have talked about a lot of complaints about live ads because I just let YouTube control them because we're obviously live. I can't control where the ads go while we're live. So I click the thing that says let YouTube place them. But apparently they just spam it. I don't know. Sorry guys, I don't control those for the lives.
Lives on YouTube, unfortunately.
Yeah. But that is that was such a good scene, and I just what would be like the premise for a DC Marvel crossover? You know what I mean? Like you would imagine it's like, okay, we have our new Superman, Peacemaker is gonna be in it, right? I would, dude, imagine Vigilante and Deadpool together. We talk about Vigilante could play Deadpool. Imagine them together sparring on screen. You know what I mean?
I have always said, and not so much as James Gunn took over because I believe in it, but I was always an aggressive sayer that I don't want them to cross. I've been won over by James Gunn just because I like James Gunn. I like what he does. I think he's played on both sides of the sandbox now. But when would they do it? So this is the problem: is Marvel's kind of picking up the pieces of their own demise, and the DCU's just getting going and going strong.
Right.
Like the only way they could possibly do it is there is an incursion and a DC universe is involved or something like that. Moving beyond Secret Wars, they're not going to be. Marvel's not going to be in the position to do that. Unless it's like an Elseworlds project. Unless Andrew
I think
Garfield
almost you have to do it like a one-off project, just like an event thing that's like to celebrate some type of anniversary or something.
Yeah, total demise of the Ultimate Universes featuring Superman and Spider-Man. Go have fun. Like
something.
If you try to connect the cinematic universes,
no, don't
so messy.
Just bring the characters and don't connect the universes. Really, like, but I don't want just Superman and Spider-Man, and I want like team battles. You know what I mean? I don't want just like teaming up.
You want DC versus Marvel specifically?
Yes, that's what I want. With the X-Men and everything as a part of it.
Okay, so what we're gonna
because
have
that's
to do
like,
for our
you know,
next
it's always
podcast,
like who's stronger, the Hulk or Superman, and blah 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 blah. Thor is Superman, you know, and
so on our next podcast recording, we're gonna have to draft teams, I think. And
that'd be cool.
Like play out this whole battle for realsies.
Yeah,
sources.
But Gunn does have to build up his universe first with like a full Justice League roster.
Yeah, and honestly, kind of Marvel does too. We still don't really have.
Well, right, Marvel's gonna have to go through the
we don't have either team.
Well. So this is, I think it's at least like 10 years out. If they did like a big clash, if they just want to do a Spider-Man Superman team up, cool. I'm there.
I would probably
a ton of money, but
I would actually probably at the moment have more fun with just this one-off Superman, Spider-Man.
Oh, it would be a ton of fun. I would love it.
Like different actors for both of them, where you already know the origin story, so it's just something happens and causes it.
Oh, you know what? Should they start like a whole new universe that's separate from DC and Marvel, and just have a combined universe where they start a whole new story?
That'd be kind of cool, yeah.
We're both heroes from both sides, and villains.
I think it starts confusing the layman a little bit.
It would confuse the hell out of
the
people,
layman, not us. We would all be fine.
No, we would. Yeah, we would love
the casual viewer. I mean, there's a lot of people, y'all. Anybody here, you are not the people, but there are a lot of people who don't know there are DC and Marvel. They just think all superheroes.
They think it's the same thing.
World.
Like totally.
So yeah, I mean, it would be cool. A superhero. It'd be cool if there was like some type of series, maybe even a TV show or something, where some outside source is collecting superheroes from all over the multiverse for some massive tournament for their leader. And it's like this whole show that goes through it. That'd be really, really cool.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool ways that they really could do it. And with James Gunn being in charge of DC Studios, now's the time. I don't know how long Kevin Feige is going to be the head of Marvel for. I think a while though.
I don't think he's planning on going anywhere.
I don't think he plans on going anywhere either.
No. And let's talk just
unless some stuff just tanks, which I just really don't think it will. But unless some stuff just tanks, I think he is around for another 10 years as well. So I think Gunn and Feige are the people to do it. I really do.
I mean, are we talking about that detail or are we not doing that from Peacemaker?
No, let's not talk. Let's not go too much
because if we were
gonna, spoilers,
that's fair. Go watch the episode, everybody, because now I can't talk about it because of you.
In the DC Marvel crossover, it takes place in a separate Earth where they both exist in the same world. Yeah, that's what I want. Or I would want like a whole universe. I would like them to start a whole new universe
for Gotham and New York.
But I do agree it would get probably pretty confusing for the layman person. So, but there's so many.
Do we care about the layman person? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, studios do. Yeah, but this is a good one too. Kojima 89. Batman versus Spider-Man would be insane. Like that's.
Well, what are your so? If this was a sport, if superhero fighting with a sport, and you had DC and Marvel, and you're matching people up like you're fighting robots in an arena, who are you sending out against Superman?
Thor, Hulk.
Okay.
Captain Marvel.
Thor's probably a good pick.
Sentry.
I mean, can we use anybody? I was kind of just going basic team.
Anybody who's in,
because you're sending Iron Man against Batman, right?
Yeah,
that's obvious.
I guess I'd like to see Spider-Man versus Batman. That would be really cool.
Spider-Man versus Batman. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm a big Batman can take on anybody fan.
So.
Oh yeah. Well, I think Batman can beat anybody. Of course, it's the whole prep time conversation.
Anybody could beat anybody,
but still. Right? No, Batman's really smart.
Who's smarter than Batman?
Tony Stark's smarter than him. Reed Richards is smarter. He's not like a super genius. No, he's not up there. But his combat
Batman's
skills
really good at
and his strategy and his what's it called?
Preparation.
This is all included in like prep, but just like his I can't think of the name. But just his strategy for war basically is yeah.
Damn, I really want to play this out. We need to invest into our own AI project, and we can just create some.
That'd be so. Yeah, I saw some really cool.
Much fun,
there's some cool AI stuff now. We're all gonna die to AI eventually, but there's some cool stuff.
I might as well enjoy it now.
Yeah,
because it would be cool to be able to say, okay, Warren picked 3 DC characters, I'll pick 3 Marvel characters, and we have like a simulated battle where we play it out against each other, but it becomes like a show in a series where it's almost a competition.
Right.
My brain's not that big, but my desires are.
Right. See, this is a great question because something like this, Batman has to have prep time for, right?
How could he prepare for something like that? Though?
He could create some technology that stunts her mind, that blinds her mind in a way where, you know what I mean? Like knocks her out unconscious and then just detains her and puts something on her that renders her powers useless so she can't use her powers. Like that's the thing is like Batman can figure all that out. But if the Scarlet Witch, if he has no idea of the Scarlet Witch and she just breaks in his door and is like dead, obviously he can't do anything about that, right? Yeah. Right. But at the same time, Batman is the type of person who always has a contingency for everything. So even if he doesn't know Scarlet Witch, he has a contingency plan for a crazy strong being breaking into his place where a system would go off that would do something to try to like detain them or knock them out or something, right? So there's the system he could have in place that maybe shoots sonic waves to where like, that'll mess with anybody. So she can't like focus. She can't do power, something like that. You know what I mean? Like who looks like Chris Pratt, Chris or me?
Get this, like every 6 streams, somebody comes in and says, you look like Chris Pratt. And they were like, who?
And we're like, who? Yeah. So I get Pedro Pascal. Somebody's been telling me, people have been saying I look like Pedro. But this is the thing. that's what I'm saying is like Batman has a contingency for everything, right? So in his own place, he would have a contingency plan for something like that. So it just kind of depends.
Well, we'll have to come up with something clever somewhere to do for the podcast where we're doing some type of versus series, because I think it'd be a lot of fun. It's something a lot of people are interested. I mean, the number one question through the years that I've seen is who would win in this fight. Like, that's something that I think that you guys are very, very heavily interested in, is scenarios where two people would fight and how would it play out. So maybe there's a way we could make something like that pretty fun.
We can do it on, wait for it,
3, 2, 1. Oh no, that was
our podcast.
Everybody go subscribe right now.
Also, Leonardo said we both look like Chris Pratt. I'll take that. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I do got to get going, guys, because I got to be somewhere at 6 and I have to use the bathroom like so bad. But for conversations like that, we would love to have them on our lives, first of all, but we also have moved our podcast to the CVA, the Cosmic Variance Authority. If you're not subscribed, we'd love it if you would, and that is a great idea. Yes, we should link that in the chat.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totes my goats.
Boom.
He'll figure out a way. He's Batman. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You give Batman prep time, he beats everyone. I mean, Batman is my overall, just for everything, favorite superhero. I love Batman. I love Batman. But thank you to everybody for stopping by today. Super appreciate it. We've been switching between like Thursdays and Fridays. It seems like Friday is going to be our day. It's really hard to tell which is better, in all honesty, for people, because I know some people are going to be able to make it Thursdays and not Fridays and vice versa. So it's really hard. But I think as of now, we're going to keep to the Friday times. But so look for us here next week. You can check out our podcast. They come out Wednesdays. We film typically on Monday or Tuesday. You can join our Discord. Chris, if you want to link that. To contribute questions and such, like we were talking about today, like verses and all stuff like that, and we could do them in the
Discord.
Discord for the podcast. I'm like forgetting all the normal words today.
That's okay, Warren. You're the best at normal wording.
You tell them. Thank you. Turn on those notifications, por favor,
and comment and hype up the video and do all the things that YouTube people need you to do. There you go.
Yeah. There you go. There's the Discord. Sorry, really got to get moving because I got to be somewhere in like 20 minutes. But thank you all. Appreciate you all. Love you all 3000. And we'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye-bye, boy.